Hi, in our previous video, we do an unboxing and a quick hands-on review of the Poco M7 Pro 5G. Now with the power to play tagline, of course, we have got to put this Poco M7 Pro 5G into performance and gaming tests to see the experience. So does Poco M7 Pro 5G actually deliver solid performance? Let's find out in this video. Let's go. First of all, let's start by checking out the rest of phone specification. Poco M7 Pro 5G is powered by MediaTek Dimensity 7025 Ultra, paired with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. It's a really solid setup for its class. Moving on, we have got 6.67-inch Super AMOLED display, which gives us a great visual experience. The screen also supports 240Hz touch sampling rate and up to 2100 nits of screen brightness, which should come in handy for a better gaming experience. Oh, and don't forget, if Poco M7 Pro 5G also comes with a full smartphone sensor, including a hardware gyroscope, which definitely improve our gaming feel experience, just like on PUBG for example. Alright, now let's move on the performance test using several synthetic benchmark application, just like AnTuTu Benchmark, V10, Geekbench 6, PCMark, 3DMark, and CPU throttling test app. Let's take a look. Alright, without further ado, let's jump straight into the gaming test on the Poco M7 Pro 5G. We are going to try out a few popular games just like Mobile Legends Bang Bangs, PUBG Mobile, Genshin Impact, and Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. So here are the test conditions. Okay, I will give extra note. So, since Android 15 comes with higher security and privacy restriction compared to Android 14, it's now harder to measure or trace FPS as freely as before. Because of that, I can use my usual FPS monitor, Thermostat, and even power monitor on developer option. So I had to use a different FPS meter app. Mobile Legends Bang Bang is honestly one of my favorite mobile game, and it's really popular among young people. This game, which is currently collaborating with the Naruto anime, runs really well on the Poco M7 Pro 5G using ultra graphic and super frame rate setting. Strangely, though, the frame rate seems to be locked at 60 FPS instead of 90 FPS on super frame rate. And I'm not sure why, but overall, Poco M7 Pro 5G deliver a stable performance, no noticeable issues when it comes to the screen responsiveness or a frame drop experience. As for the battery performance, Poco M7 Pro 5G only dropped 6% after 19 minutes of gameplay, which is pretty efficient.
Gravitasi alam semesta
Okay, the next one is my favorite games, Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. Lately, this game has been stepped up for even more complex and polished skill animation, especially with the new star skill on characters like Kojiro Hyuga Tiger Soto. For this gaming test, we went straight in the highest graphic setting, and overall the gameplay was fine, but in a certain area, in a certain skill animation, things got a little bit choppy and I can see the FPS drop noticeable. I think the Power VR GPU on the Dimensity 7025 Ultra still has some room for improvement to handling this kind of effect smoothly. PUBG Mobile is an open-world FPS shooter, runs quite well on the Poco M7 Pro 5G. I got a consistent, stable FPS using the smooth ultra graphic setting. FYI, ultra setting in PUBG runs on 40 FPS and the Poco M7 Pro 5G was able to hold close that 40 FPS through the 28-minute gameplay session. Smooth performance overall, no major issues at all.
Marked a location. I got supplies. It's safe here. Save me.
Genshin Impact is probably most used game for benchmarking Android device on gaming test scenario. Of course, we do it to the Poco M7 Pro 5G. For this Genshin Impact, we go with the lowest setting but on 60 FPS to aim for smoother gameplay experience. And the result, I had an overall enjoyable gaming experience on this Poco M7 Pro 5G. There were no major frame drops and the FPS stay mostly above 30 FPS, which still feels smooth and playable. Plus the Poco M7 Pro 5G temperature stay under control, so this phone didn't get too hot during the game session.
I'll keep this close.
Okay, move on to the conclusion. For this price range, Poco M7 Pro 5G deliver a pretty solid and enjoyable gaming experience. Of course, it's important to keep in mind that choosing the right graphic setting make a big difference on this gaming experience. Personally, I think that the MediaTek Dimensity 7025 Ultra actually offer an impressive performance for its class. However, the PowerVR GPU seems to be the bottleneck when it comes to handling more graphic intense tasks. This also backed up by the AnTuTu benchmark score, when the CPU scores can reach a high score, but the GPU falls a little bit behind, or we can say is bottleneck. We also saw in action during some of the more complex skill animation in Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, which didn't run very smoothly, but overall it's all good. The screen responsiveness is great, the speakers are loud and clear, FPS staying solid as long as you use the right setting, battery life is excellent, and the most surprising part, This phone stays super cool temperature. The temperature didn't even hit 43 degrees Celsius during gaming test. So yeah, I can definitely recommend the Poco M7 Pro 5G for all most user, especially if you are the someone who use your phone for daily tasks with some casual gaming on the side. Poco M7 Pro is a solid pick in this segment. So I think that's all. Thank you, arigato, bye bye, see ya. Terima kasih.